Peace and love. This is Adrienne Nicole with ancestorgold, and I'm here to talk about the full moon in Taurus, which will be taking place on October 31st, which was Halloween. So a couple of videos ago, I spoke about October having a grand opening and a grand closing because the moon is actually the second full moon, and then when you have two full moons in 1 month, that is, the second one is considered a blue moon, right? So the cool thing about this full moon is it's occurring on Halloween, and that's when the veil is traditionally the thinnest, and it's the second full moon in October. So that was the grand closing, because I said a few videos back that, grand opening with the full moon in Aries, and now we have the grand closing with the full moon in Taurus. So this full moon is going to be at 8 degrees, and it's going to be channeling the end of a karmic cycle. So another thing that's happening on this full moon is it's going to be conjunct the planet Uranus, and it's going to bring a lot of anxious energy, and very people who have opened themselves up sensitivity wise, they're going to feel more intuitiveness during this full moon cycle. You can have some sudden news changes, unexpected changes, because Uranus rules unexpected changes. It could be also the moon is in Taurus, which is a earth sign, and it also rules finances. So this could be some news regarding your finances, so we can hear some collective news about finances. How it's going to play out depends on where the energy is in your chart, right? But collectively, we're going to see some unexpected news, maybe even regarding what's going on with the elections leading up to Election Day on this Tuesday coming up. Uranus rules freedom. So when you think about what's still retrograde in this full moon cycle, you have Mars retrograde in Aries. So this is still about working on the self, and things coming to a culmination with what you want and what you desire for yourself in the long run. The energy overall is improving as we go into November. But this is kind of some of the last few tests that we have to go through. And this is like a pop quiz to the final exam that's going to occur on December 21st, 2020. So with Mercury being still retrograde in Scorpio at the moment, and we have Mars still being retrograde, we don't have a direct, clear picture of how we're going to move forward yet. That information is going to be more clear into focus as we get to December and January. So once again, this is Uranus. This is conjunct Uranus this year, and it's a blue moon. So Uranus is electricity, electrifying energy. There could be some emotional truth, some coming to the surface at this time. But key things to take away here, you may feel more anxiety this weekend, being that it's Halloween and the veil is thin, and we're having a full moon on this Halloween portal. So guard your energy. If you're doing anything, and focus your intentions, hone into this portal that we have available to us at this time. So I wish everybody a grand full moon in Taurus. Remember, this is economical, this is earth, this is structures. And once again, this is Adrian Nicole with Ancestor Gold, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, love. At the end of this full moon in Taurus video, I'm going to include a snippet from one of the metaphysical teachers I look up to, Seven Bomar, who is speaking on why you should put yourself first, because I feel that this is what this full moon is speaking to, and as I'm led to, I'm channeling more of a self and a inward type healing still, because we have these planets still retrograde in the sign of self, which is Aries. So I'm gonna shout out to Seven Bomar. He's a great spiritual healer. Look him up on YouTube, and enjoy this video that I've included with this video.
You should never put anyone in between you and yourself. Now, the reason why I refer to it that way is because everyone here has something that they keep reflecting on that is like the greater version of them or what they want to achieve. I'll just say it like that. Don't put it into a God concept, but what you eventually want to do with your life. I want to play piano, and I want to do this, and I want to be like this, and I want this, and I want that. So, and you have this idea of what you want to really be, and that's who you're really talking to. You're talking, that's giving you the good advice. You're talking to this idea of what you really want to be. But unfortunately, if you're not necessarily there yet, and you're not accepting that you're there yet, and there's a distance between you and that space, if anything comes in between that, it just short circuits your potential of being able to reach it. So just listen to what I'm saying here. You can be totally enamored by another being, completely in quote unquote what you call love, but you can never be in love with that person more than you're in love with yourself. And I know this is a big blow. It's a big blow to many people because we're also living in a paradox. So that can even be taken out of context by certain people. Well, I thought we were supposed to love each other, brother. Love everybody first, brother, then yourself. Okay, no. You can never love anybody else if you don't love yourself. What you call love is actually a part of the Eidolonic program thing that you created, and you haven't come into love yet. Love is when you're finally into your true being, and when your true being says, I want to do this, that's what you do. You don't give yourself a bunch of thoughts about, oh, well, but still, you allow your being to completely fly. You see what I mean? So that, again, that's like when you get your wings.